Correct.
This is my first time ever at this. You know, I've spoken in front of 500-600 people or more, but not for something like this. When my granddaughter asked me, "Grandpa, would you?" I stupidly said, "Yeah, I'll do it." I've been more nervous about this than anything I've ever done.
I've always been pretty good with words, but when I try to write down how I feel about you, nothing ever feels quite satisfactory. Though we may at times be separated, you will never be alone. You can take my love with you wherever you go. And lastly, my surrender to your love, to being known 100% by someone else, to resting in the knowledge that we are eternally in each other's possession. You have won my heart, my soul, and my life. It is no longer mine, but ours together. I love you, I love you, I love you, times infinity.
And even from that first coffee date, I knew you were different. How could talking for 3 hours be so effortless with someone I've never met? Looking back on it now, it seems like a matter of course that we fell in love so quickly, and that I knew you were the one by the 4th date, and that you knew by the 2nd. You are my first and last love. I thought I knew what I wanted, but God gave me what He knew I needed. December 5th, 2019 was the start of my life with you, and I am so thrilled that I get to spend it finding new things to love about you every day. How you make me feel so loved every day, from when I wake up to when we sleep at night. I love you, Nathan. I love you, I love you, I love you. Love isn't perfect, but you are perfect for me. I love you, Nathan, entirely and unconditionally, especially the parts about you that you don't love. And I vow to spend the rest of my life loving you and you and me.
I've always been pretty good with words, but when I try to write down how I feel about you, nothing ever feels quite satisfactory. You are more lovely than I thought a person could be. I've never felt more of God's love than when I contemplate that He made us for each other. You are the best gift that I will ever receive. Nothing in the world compares to you. The most Corinne thing about you is the way that you love me. I have never known a love like yours. Consistent, enduring, kind, tender, understanding, always seeking to know more, fun, life-giving, joyful, soul-restoring. I could go on. And I will, each and every day with you, from now to the grave and beyond. I promise to cherish you, to hold you, and to always give you all of me. You have everything that I am, and anything that I become will also be yours too. I vow to always listen and to share in all that life has to offer. Though we may at times be separated, you will never be alone. You can take my love with you wherever you go. And lastly, I surrender to your love, to being known 100% by someone else, to resting in the knowledge that we are eternally in each other's possession. You have won my heart, my soul, and my life. It is no longer mine, but ours together. I love you, I love you, I love you, times infinity. Thanks.
I'm not sure that words can properly express my commitment to you or how deeply I love you, but maybe there's something to be said about trying, and maybe that's enough. So here goes. You are the miracle I never saw coming, and the blessing I never need to ask for. I'm so glad you decided to look at Hinge on a whim this time last year, and that I randomly looked at my profile after a long hiatus. I should have known from the start how decisive you are when you asked me for a coffee date after messaging for less than 5 days. And even from that first coffee date, I knew you were different. How could talking for 3 hours be so effortless with someone I've never met? Looking back on it now, it seems like a matter of course that we fell in love so quickly, and that I knew you were the one by the 4th date, and that you knew by the 2nd. I was always so worried about a committed relationship because I wondered how I could possibly remain myself while being with someone and sharing their wants and taking care of their needs. But you helped me understand that true love is just the opposite. It's magnifying each other by encouraging each other's independence, individuality, and goals. It's doing our own work while appreciating how we help each other. It's receiving care while taking care of ourselves. It's the ability to share what we think, feel, and want, and knowing that we will be seen, heard, and respected. It's the overwhelming comfort in knowing it's okay to disagree, to be frustrated or sad, because we will always love and support each other through the easiest moments and the hardest, from the saddest to the happiest. You are my first and last love. I thought I knew what I wanted, but God gave me what He knew I needed. December 5th, 2019 was the start of my life with you, and I am so thrilled that I get to spend it finding new things to love about you every day. Like the way you worry about the same time with every month, because sales are down at Call Pros and you wonder if you'll have to work as a cashier at Meyer. Like how quickly you come to a decision, even about a wedding ring, when you ask me, how many do we have to look at before we choose this one? Because you know, and you're right. Like the way you wake me up in the morning despite my best efforts, or the way you write such beautiful music, or the way you care so deeply about everything and everyone you choose to be in your life. How you make me feel so loved every day, from when I wake up to when we say goodnight. I love you, Nathan. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I vow to uphold our love above all earthly things. I vow to be honest, even when we disagree or feel sad. I vow to never shame, blame, judge, or insult you. I vow to be patient, reasonable, and reliable in times of trial, and to hold myself accountable for my own mistakes. I vow to ask for help and advocate for what I need, and to always give you help and care without expectation or reservation. I vow to never expect you to solve my own problems or make me happy. Rather, I vow to seek our shared happiness and support you in finding fulfillment. Love isn't perfect, but you are perfect for me. I love you, Nathan, entirely and unconditionally, especially the parts about you that you don't love. And I vow to spend the rest of my life loving you and